the break. But I mean, 10 points at the moment separating the 4 riders in the championship at the halfway stage. There is Zarco. Jorge Lorenzo coming under pressure from from Andre Iannone.
Yeah, Lorenzo gambled with that soft front, soft rear tyre. It hasn't paid off at all. He got a really good start, found himself up in the 3rd place very early on, but since then he's dropped back through the field like a stone.
Iannone and Lorenzo had a famous coming together, didn't they, just over a year ago in Barcelona, you remember, when Lorenzo was on the Yamaha and of course Iannone was on the Ducati. You've got to say it only looks like a matter of time before Iannone will pass Jorge Lorenzo. It's quite sad to see him that far down.
Andre Dovizioso struggling to keep in with him as well. He was half a second slower last time around than Bautista, so Dovizioso in 7th place. Got to be careful because he's coming under pressure from Aleix Espargaro, so you won't want to be surrendering too many World Championship points.
There's Danilo Petrucci. I think he gave it all at the start of the race, and that has caused him major problems. As Paul Espargaro behind him. Good ride again by Paul Espargaro on the KTM. It's not so bad for KTM because we've got Bradley Smith running 60 and Mika Kallio running 70. Back at the front, Marquez still leads away. Folger is still with him. You only have to listen to the crowd to know how close he is.
Folger's like a little terrier, he just will not let go while he's snapping around the heels of Marc Marquez. He cannot break the German at all. The gap down to a 1/10 of a second. Folger through sector 3 on this lap was 2/10 faster than Marc Marquez.
He's really good for these last 2 sectors, is Jonas Folger. Marquez is excellent down into turn 1. That's where Folger has made a couple of mistakes. 1, that let actually Marquez into the lead, and 2, when he ran a bit wide, and it came up to half a second, the gap between them. 5 laps to go. They daren't look in the Tech 3 garage. You've got to say, whatever happens, this is a magnificent performance by Jonas Folger.
Oh, Andre Iannone's crashed. He was fighting with Jorge Lorenzo. That's a big fall. That looks like it's down the bottom of the hill. Is it turn 12? It is. Oh, yeah. That looks like a front-end washout for Andre Iannone. Yet another front-end crash on the factory Suzuki. Well, he was well wide there, in too hot.
Yeah, we ride with Lorenzo, he was chasing. Back at the front, this race is not over. Marquez, well, he can stay with him, Folger, staying with Marquez and then passing him at the Sachsenring is 2 very different combinations.
You're absolutely right there, Nick. Credit, full credit. You can't sing the praise enough of Jonas Folger. To be so close to Marc Marquez, the king of the Sachsenring, at this stage of the race, to be still right in contention with Marquez, full credit to him.
Here are the 2 Yamaha factory riders. Championship points and pride at stake here. Vinales is going to come through. Is there a gap there? Well, if there's a gap there or not, he's coming through. Thank you very much.
That's tight. I suppose the only thing you can say about that is they're going to be swapping the same paint, aren't they?
So, yeah, same colours.
Yeah. That is a great battle for 4th place. Crucial World Championship points at stake.
Alvaro Bautista having a great ride in 6th place. He's still in front of
Dovizioso struggling. I think Aleix Espargaro is going to move up the inside of him at turn 1. He is. So Dovizioso loses yet another place. Andrea Dovizioso is running to grip position. And again, Aleix Espargaro can't stop the Aprilia on the brakes at the first corner.
Important points at stake here now for Andrea Dovizioso. Really is a case of damage limitation. This is the helicopter shot of Marquez and Folger. There is 3.5 laps to go. Up the hill they come once again through 9 and 10.
Got to say, the mistakes at the front of this race have been made by Folger. Marc Marquez has ridden an absolutely picture-perfect race. Girlfriend of Jonas Folger looks on. There'll be a few tense moments in these final 3 and a bit laps here in Germany. His first ever MotoGP podium, beckoning potentially his first ever MotoGP victory, because Marquez just can't break the shackles.
No, it's his last 2 sectors where he is so strong. We ride with Marquez up towards turn 3 and you keep waiting for that front wheel of that Tech 3 Yamaha to appear. Across the line, 3 to go here. The rain has stayed away. We are again treated to a magnificent MotoGP race. Marquez breaks for turn 1. Where is Folger?
This has been brilliant by Marquez and Folger. On the last lap around, they were down in the 1:21.7s. That's only a 1/10 of a second outside the fastest lap of the race. Red hot pace being set by these 2. Nobody else in this Grand Prix has been able to live with the rhythm of Marquez and Folger, but is Marquez just making a crucial break?
Yeah, I think he's broken him, Matt, with 2 3/4 laps to go. Perhaps Folger's just felt a few problems. Is it at turn 1 once again where he has made the mistake?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I think that might be it. That might be game over, unfortunately, for Jonas Folger. That's the 3rd time we've seen him. That's just from pressure, from trying to stay with Marc Marquez. Credit to Marquez, because he has not put a foot wrong. It's been picture perfect from Marquez. Folger absolutely on the limit. He's a little bit hot as well into turn number 10. He might have to call it off here, Folger, and settle for 2nd place.
Just settle down a little bit as well. He doesn't want to throw a podium position away. Here he is down at turn 12.
He's given everything. He has left nothing out there, Jonas Folger.
And he doesn't want to spoil it now, does he?
No,
after the ride of his life.
Well, with 2 laps to go, you're not going to hunt down that deficit on Marc Marquez with 2 laps to go on a circuit where he's won for the previous 7 years. Marquez, on the last time around, fired in a 1:21.619. That is why Folger made the mistake, because he was being put under the fiercest pressure by Marquez. What a time to fire in your personal best lap of the race, and Folger last time around couldn't live with it. He was 1.2 seconds slower than Marquez. He's made that crucial break. It's going to be an 8th wonder here for Marquez, potentially.
There's Cal Crutchlow fighting it out with Zarco. Zarco has now got past Crutchlow up into 9th place. Crutchlow obviously having some, looks like major tyre problems as they come down the hill, down towards the Omega curve.
Yeah, this is over. Marquez has controlled this race quite brilliantly once he took the lead from Jonas Folger. A couple of mistakes helped his cause, but he has been supreme at the front of this race, as has this man, Jonas Folger. Full credit to him. He's done an absolutely fantastic job to keep Marquez honest for the majority of this race, but he's just run out of grip and pace at the end of the race.
Here he is down to turn 12, and we have, for the 3rd race in succession, a new leader in the World Championship. First time this season that Marc Marquez will lead the World Championship as he defends that world title. 1 lap to go for the king of the Saxon ring to make it 8 in a row.
Surely only Marc Marquez himself now can lose this race. 2.1 seconds he is now clear of Jonas Folger. It's a very lonely 3rd at the moment for Dani Pedrosa, with Vinales now looking comfortable in 4th. He's broken Rossi. He's a 2nd clear of his teammate Bautista there in 6th place. They have really streaked away from Aleix Espargaro, and Andrea Dovizioso have really run out of grip. Andrea Dovizioso's got to be careful, because he might be hunted down by Johan Zarco on this final lap.
Last time through turn 7 for Marc Marquez, leaving his last bit of rubber on the Saxon ring before he goes on his summer break. We ride with Zarco. What a ride by the German. Just his 9th ride in the MotoGP World Championship, and he ran it all the way with a man that's chasing his 8th successive victory here. Through turn 11 for the last time for Marquez.
Yeah, it's been a great 8 for Marquez. Jonas Folger, the crowd giving Marquez a generous round of applause. They'll be delighted to see Jonas Folger take a career first podium finish, but Marquez has been absolutely untouchable today.
Salute the new leader of the 2017 World Championship. The world champion Marc Marquez wins here in the Saxon ring.
A brilliant career first MotoGP podium finish for Jonas Folger, to the delight of nearly 80,000 fans here at the Saxon ring. Dani Pedrosa comes over the line in a very lonely 3rd place. Vinales gets the better of Valentino Rossi for 4th place. Rossi takes 5th ahead of Álvaro Bautista, who had a great 2nd half charge. Joy and jubilation in the Tech 3 Yamaha garage.
And so where did Andrea Dovizioso finish? He did finish in 8th place in the end, so he fought off Zarco, but I think he's probably down in even his 4th place in the World Championship now. We will confirm the World Championship position, but I can tell you this team is celebrating that Marc Marquez leads the World Championship by 5 points. 10 points separate the first 4 riders. It's Valentino Rossi in 4th place. Vinales 5 points down. Dovizioso 6 points down. Rossi 10 points down. What an end to the first half of this incredible 2017 MotoGP season. The 2nd win of the year for Marc Marquez. Valentino Rossi 5th place. He's still right in the hunt.
Marc Marquez letting off the fireworks with the